Have you ever been asked what makes you different from other candidates, and suddenly you don't know what to say?
Yes, I always worry about this question. I don't want to sound arrogant, but I also don't want to sound ordinary.
And that's exactly why so many people struggle with this question. They think they need to prove they're better than everyone else.
So I usually say, I'm hardworking, I'm a fast learner, I'm responsible.
Those are good qualities, but here's the problem. Almost every candidate says the same thing, so your answer becomes easy to forget.
Then what are interviewers really looking for?
They're looking for one clear reason to remember you. Not the longest answer, not the most difficult English, just one thing that makes you stand out. So, listener, in today's lesson, you'll learn a simple way to answer this question naturally, confidently, and in a way that interviewers will remember.
That sounds helpful. Let's get started.
Tom, let me ask you a question. If you interviewed 10 people today, would you remember every answer tomorrow?
Probably not. I think many answers would sound very similar.
Exactly. And that's what happens in real interviews. Many candidates have good skills. Many candidates have good experience. But after several interviews, their answers start to sound the same.
So the problem isn't always the answer, it's that the answer isn't memorable?
Yes. Interviewers don't remember long answers. They remember clear ideas. That's why this question is so interesting. What makes you different is really asking, what will we remember about you?
I never thought about it like that. I always tried to list as many good qualities as possible.
And that's what many people do. They say, I'm hardworking, I'm responsible, I'm a fast learner. Those are all good qualities, but they're also very common.
So if everyone says the same thing, no one really stands out.
That's right. Imagine you're interviewing 10 candidates. 9 of them say, I'm hardworking. Then one candidate says, I really enjoy helping upset customers leave with a smile. Which answer would you remember?
Definitely the second one. I can actually imagine that person.
That's because the second answer creates a picture in your mind. People remember pictures. People remember experiences. People don't usually remember a list of adjectives.
So instead of giving many qualities, I should give one quality that people can picture?
And that's what I call your memory point. One simple thing that makes people remember you. Not 5 things, just one.
Can you give us another example?
Of course. Listen to these 2 answers. Candidate A says, I'm organized, I'm responsible, I'm a good team player. Now listen to candidate B. One thing that makes me different is that I enjoy organizing busy projects. In my last job, I created a simple checklist that helped our team finish work faster. Which candidate sounds more memorable?
Candidate B, because I remember the checklist.
Right. Notice something important. Candidate B didn't use difficult English. The vocabulary is very simple, but the answer feels real. That's what interviewers trust.
So I don't need an amazing story?
No, you don't need to save someone's life. You don't need to win an award. Sometimes a small example is enough. Maybe you helped a new coworker. Maybe you solved a customer's problem. Maybe you found a faster way to finish a task. Simple examples often sound the most believable.
I like that. It takes away a lot of pressure.
Many people think, I need to sound extraordinary, but that's not true. You don't need to be extraordinary. You need to be authentic, and you need to be memorable.
So what's the easiest way to answer this question?
Keep it simple. Start with one quality, then give one real example. That's it. For example, one thing that makes me different is that I stay calm under pressure. In my previous job, when customers became frustrated, I stayed patient, listened carefully, and helped solve the problem. See how simple that is?
Yes, it's much easier to remember than a long list of qualities.
Remember this. Don't try to make interviewers remember everything about you. Help them remember one thing about you, one clear strength, one real example, one memorable idea. That's much more powerful.
I think I understand now. This question isn't about proving I'm better than everyone else. It's about giving people one good reason to remember me.
And in the next part, I'll show you how to build that memorable answer step by step, using a simple structure that you can use in almost any interview. Now that you know what interviewers really remember, let's learn how to build your own memory point. The good news is, it's much easier than you might think.
Great, because I understand the idea, but I'm still not sure how to organize my answer.
That's completely normal. So let's use a simple two-step formula. First, choose one strength. Second, support it with one real example. That's all.
Only 2 steps?
Yes, many candidates make the mistake of saying too much. Remember, the goal isn't to tell your whole story. The goal is to leave one clear impression.
Can you show us an example?
Of course. Let's say your strength is problem solving. Instead of saying, I'm good at solving problems, you could say, one thing that makes me different is that I enjoy solving problems. In my previous job, a customer received the wrong order. I stayed calm, found a solution, and arranged a replacement the same day.
That sounds much more natural.
Notice what happened. The example proved the strength. You didn't have to say, trust me, the story did the talking.
I like that. It sounds more believable.
Now let's look at another example. Imagine you're applying for an office job. You could say, one thing that makes me different is that I enjoy keeping projects organized. In my previous role, I created a simple tracking system that helped my team finish tasks on time. Simple, clear, easy to remember.
So the example doesn't have to be dramatic.
Not at all. Small examples often sound more authentic. Now, here's another important tip. Choose a strength that matches the job. If you're applying for customer service, talk about communication or patience. If you're applying for sales, talk about building relationships or understanding customer needs. If you're applying for an office position, talk about organization, teamwork, or problem solving.
So I shouldn't use the same answer for every interview.
A great answer always fits the position. That's what makes it more convincing. Now, add one short example, Tom.
In my previous job, I helped frustrated customers find solutions without getting upset.
Excellent. That's clear, that's believable, and most importantly, it's memorable.
I think I finally understand. I don't need 5 different strengths. I only need one strong message that people will remember.
Remember this simple formula. One strength, one real example, one clear message. If you can do that, your answer will sound much more confident and much more professional.
I'm excited to hear how this sounds in a real interview.
Perfect, because that's exactly what we're going to do next. Listen carefully and notice how the candidate uses today's formula naturally without trying to sound perfect.
Jack, thank you for speaking with us today. I'd like to ask you one more question. What makes you different from other candidates?
Thank you for the question. I believe one thing that makes me different is that I stay calm under pressure and enjoy solving customer problems. Whenever I face a difficult situation, I focus on understanding the problem first before looking for a solution.
Can you give me an example?
Certainly. In my previous job, a customer received the wrong order and was very frustrated. I listened carefully, apologized, and arranged a replacement the same day. The customer left happy and later thanked our team for handling the situation quickly.
Why do you think that experience is important?
Because I learned that staying calm helps me make better decisions. When customers feel heard, it's much easier to solve the problem and build their trust.
Many candidates say they have good communication skills. Why should we remember your answer?
Because I'm not only saying I have good communication skills, I'm showing how I use them in real situations. I believe actions are more meaningful than simply describing myself.
How would that strength help you in this position?
I know this role requires someone who can communicate well, solve problems, and work with different people. I believe my experience has prepared me to do that, and I'm excited to continue learning and improving.
Besides staying calm, what else makes you different?
I'm always looking for ways to improve. After every project, I ask myself what I did well and what I can do better. I enjoy learning new skills, accepting feedback, and becoming more effective every day.
If your previous manager described you in one sentence, what do you think he or she would say?
I think my manager would say that I'm dependable. When I take responsibility for something, I stay focused, finish my work, and always try to support my team.
Thank you, Jack. I appreciate your answers.
Thank you very much for your time and for this opportunity. I really enjoyed speaking with you today.
So, listeners, today you learned that answering what makes you different isn't about proving you're better than everyone else. It's about giving the interviewer one clear reason to remember you. Remember this simple formula: one strength, one real example. When you focus on one memorable point, your answer becomes more natural, more confident, and much more believable.
You don't need difficult English. You don't need a long speech. You just need an answer that is honest, relevant, and easy to remember.
If you enjoyed today's lesson, please like this video and leave a comment below. What is one strength that makes you different? And don't forget to subscribe to Focus English with Cece for more job interview and workplace English lessons.
Thank you so much for learning with us today. Keep learning, keep smiling, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye, everyone.
Bye for now.